E aí galera, Adriano aqui na área. Tô vindo aqui para continuar nossa jornada hoje em Gothic 3. Faz um tempo que eu não gravo esse game, então vou estar continuando aqui hoje nossa jornada. Então vamos que vamos. Olha só, tinha uma acha bem aqui no meio. Tem muita coisa aqui para fazer.
You've still got things to do. I am sure of that.
Yeah, sure. Don't even think about stealing from me. Understand?
Says who?
Sorry, I'm just a little edgy. What's a guy like you doing in a place like this?
Aqui se dedica nessas águas estancadas.
What's your job in this backwater place?
It's not like there's much to do here. I'm just hanging out with the other mercenaries, waiting for something to happen.
É um mercenário dos orcos e não tem nada o que fazer?
You're a mercenary for the orcs and you have nothing to do?
Well, sure I do. We capture runaway slaves. It's hard work trying to find someone hiding in those dense forests out there.
Não gosta muito de capturar escravos?
You're not so keen on recapturing the slaves, are you?
Those poor beggars barely have a chance of surviving in the woods anyway.
Does slave hunting pay well here?
Much too well. We mercenaries almost fight each other for the privilege. We even let some of the slaves loose on purpose so that we can collect their bounty later.
You mercenaries are helping slaves escape?
You never heard me say this. Understand? If the orcs get wind of this, we're dog meat.
Eles ajudam, deixam os escravos fugir para depois recapturar eles. Mas olha, que sabe dessa cidade?
What do you know about this town?
Silden lies near the pass to Nordmar. When the war started, the orcs came over the mountains from the northeast. That's why Silden was the first town to be overrun and captured. Since that day, there have been no more major battles here.
Quem governa a cidade?
Who rules this city?
Umbrock. During the war, he was a great commander of the orcs. Grumple, the city shaman, is his right hand. Umbrock will do nothing without consulting him first.
Não é um mercenário? É um rebelde?
You're not a mercenary. You are a rebel.
Curses. Me and my big mouth. What are you gonna do now?
Deveria matar todos os rebeldes. Quero ajudá-los.
I want to help you.
Finally, someone who has the courage to get things rolling.
Eu tô do lado dos rebeldes aqui, eu fiz a minha escolha. Eu vou ajudar os rebeldes. Quando os rebeldes vão atacar, o que me diz das armas?
How about weapons?
I saw a lot of them in the mill by the river. Should be about 5 bundles of weapons. If we had those, it would be a huge step for us.
Quando vai atacar? Quando os rebeldes vão atacar?
When are you rebels going to strike?
Here in Silden, the orcs are in the minority. And yet Umbrock still rules with an iron fist. He must have something powerful up his sleeve to make them all fear him like that. First, we need to know exactly what it is before we go ahead with the uprising.
E quem é o líder?
So who's your leader anyway?
My brother, Anog. He's holed up in the woods with a few of his people. Somebody needs to go tell him that we need his help here.
Tenho armas para ti.
I've got some weapons for you.
That's good. More would be even better.
E Nog ainda necessita 3
What
montes
about
de
the
arma.
runaway slaves?
The ones that haven't been torn apart by wild beasts are hiding somewhere to the north. Somebody must take them to our refugee camp in the woods near the pass. A fellow named Freeman will take care of them there.
Vamos dormir. Meio-dia. O que tem aqui pra nós? Estofado. Eu não tenho leite. Ó, um gambá aqui. Ah, não, é gambal. Eu só vi a primeira parte do nome. Gambá.
Another layabout in my kitchen.
You're the cook here?
Stop yanking my chain and get out. I'm busy.
Algo mais?
Anything else?
Oh, shut up. I need raw meat. 50 joints.
What?
You can't imagine how much these apes can fit in their stomachs, kid. Go and get me some raw meat.
Vou pegar aqui. Toma. Com essa carne chega?
Here. Is this enough meat?
Yes, well, it'll be enough. For now. Here's some gold. And now get yourself out of here. Leave me alone.
Isso chega agora. Os caras estão cuidando, ó.
Don't cause any trouble here. Got it?
Grompel. Vamos salvar, vai que dá confusão. Tem que repetir esses diálogos, vou dizer uma coisa, não me agrada ficar repetindo. Então já vou salvar para garantir.
Hi.
I know you. I have met you before.
Not that I know of.
In my dreams, you were alone and fighting. In my dreams, you were alone and fighting.
O que mais sabe sobre mim?
What else do you know about me?
Your future is unclear. Many decisions lie before you. You are different from the other Moras. You are important.
Poderia me explicar um pouco mais?
Could you elaborate a bit?
Hush. Your story has not yet been written. Therefore, I cannot see it.
Quem é o chefe aqui?
Who's the boss here?
Umbrak, the great warlord. The legends of his deeds are known far and wide.
Aonde posso encontrar esse grande senhor da guerra?
And where can I find this great warlord?
His throne stands in the highest building of this town, stranger.
Qual é o seu valor aqui?
What's your job here?
I serve our leader with my wisdom and clairvoyance.
I see. So you're his advisor.
Me ensine seus conhecimentos.
Teach me your knowledge.
A Mora interested in the wisdom of the shamans. I must admit that I find that somewhat intriguing. Fine. I will teach you if Umbrak, our great commander, agrees to meet you. If Umbrak respects you, so will I.
I see.
Estou buscando Chardas.
I am looking for Zardas.
You have a long journey ahead of you then. His tower is in Nordmar, far off to the east.
Mostra suas mercadorias.
Show me your goods.
Que ele tem flecha de fogo. Vamos levar esses vial. Azufre. Vinho. Beleza. Importante ler isso aqui.
Here it says something about alchemy.
Mais alquimia para nós. Gambá.
Where are you headed?
Acabo de chegar aqui.
I'm new here.
So I see. Is that all?
Quero ver seu líder.
I want to see your leader.
Access will only be granted to those who enjoy a certain reputation in town.
Como posso melhorar minha reputação na cidade?
How can I improve my reputation in town?
That's simple. Just make yourself useful. There's enough work to do. There's one thing you need in particular. Reinforcements.
Reinforcements?
Look around you. There's almost nothing but humans here. And barely an orc who isn't feeling completely overwhelmed.
E se te ajudo?
You are a Mora, just like most people here. If you want to help defend the city, you should train your fighting skills first. I can show you how to improve your fighting skills. But you Moras are just too weak by yourselves. We need more orcs. What we could really use up here is a blacksmith. Go find us a smith.
Onde estão os orcos quando precisamos?
Where are orcs needed the most?
We need some guards here within the city. If we don't watch out, the rebels might overrun us in the end.
Poderia me ensinar a lutar? Onde posso encontrar um ferreiro nessa cidade?
Where can I find a blacksmith for this town?
Just walk around and ask the orcs. There must be one amongst them who knows a thing or two about forging.
Posso ir ver seu líder? Ele não vai deixar.
No, we do not know if we can trust you.
Would you teach me how to fight?
Balestra. Nada que é útil. Como é que tá isso aqui? 10 pontos. 10 pontinhos de aprendizado. Interessante.
I'm sure you have something else to do.
Aqui não deu nada. Olha.
I need some peace and quiet.
Jaré.
And they arrested you for that?
What?
Welcome to the Slammer, brother.
Esse acampamento não parece.
This camp hardly looks like a jail at all.
Don't let the open palisades fool you, brother. The orcs are watching every step of the people here.
Por que está aqui?
Why are you here?
I tried to steal a fire chalice from the chest of an orc. They caught me, of course. So now they're keeping me locked up here.
Conte-me mais sobre o cálice de fogo.
Tell me more about the fire chalice.
I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm not a fire mage. The orcs took the chalice away from me and let Zapotec have it for safekeeping. I don't know whether it is still in Zapotec's hut.
Por quê?
Why don't you flee?
Where would I go? The only chance to avoid the orc patrols lies in the north, but it's way too dangerous in the woods up there because of all the wild beasts.
Prefere ser um escravo que correr riscos?
You'd rather be a slave than take a chance?
Nonsense. All I'm saying is that fleeing won't get us anywhere. A few have already run for it. They never made it far. We must fight the orcs, brother.
Necessitamos algo por aqui.
Is there anything your boys here need?
Some slaves have escaped, and the orcs are not amused, so they punish us by starving us.
Eu lutarei contra os orcos.
I will fight the orcs.
Then listen up now. I know that the orcs are storing weapons in a large cache in the main building. We need at least 5 bundles of weapons, brother.
Vou trazer algo para comer.
I will get you something to eat.
Great. You should go see Gamble, the cook in town. He keeps the orcs supplied with roast meat. Tell him we're starving.
Gambal, esse maldito mal-nascido, mal-humorado, é teu amigo?
Gamble, that permanently cranky old scumbag? He's your friend?
Yes, he is. He's always a bit funny with strangers. But deep down, he's a kind-hearted soul.
I get the picture.
Tenho carne assada para vocês.
I've got some roast meat for you.
Thanks. You saved us from starvation. I've got a few potions here for you, brother.
5 poçãozinha. Zapotec.
What do you want? Can't you see that you're bothering me?
Que tipo de acampamento é esse?
What sort of a camp is this?
Idiot. It's plain to see. This is a prison camp. Moras like you come here when they cause us trouble.
Como vão os negócios?
How's business?
Bad. You Moras just won't listen to reason. You're rebellious. Instead of working for me, you prefer being torn apart by wild beasts.
Quem é aqui o chefe?
Who's the boss here?
I am the boss here.
So, you are a master of this city?
No, of course not. Umbrak is the leader of this sleazy little settlement, and I hope he won't be for very much longer.
Suponho que você gostaria de estar no lugar de um Brock.
I suppose you'd like to be in Umbrak's place.
Umbrak is soft. The Moras in this city have too much freedom.
Parece que todos têm simpatia por Umbrak.
Umbrak seems to be very popular.
Popular. Every orc and every Mora in this hole is afraid of him. But I don't believe the stories about his heroic deeds. I would challenge him if I could.
O que te impede de desafiar um Brock?
What's preventing you from challenging Umbrak?
That miserable shaman, Grumple. Umbrak won't do anything without asking his advice. You could almost say that Grumple is the real master of this city.
Vê teus escravos. Teus escravos são despedaçados por bestas selvagens.
Your slaves are being torn apart by wild beasts?
That's right. The idiots run for the mountains, where they get eaten by wolves.
Os escravos escapam de teu acampamento.
Slaves are escaping from your camp?
Yes, damn it. I'll have the hide of the fellow who set them free.
Porém, a maioria dos escravos trabalha.
But most of the slaves are working.
Sure, but only because I make them.
Se quer, poderia matar Grompel.
I could kill Grumple for you.
I want to see that. You're really serious about this, aren't you? All right. I will give you a pile of gold if you succeed.
Vou trazer de volta seus escravos.
I will bring back your slaves.
No, you will not. Kill them. All 5 of them. That's the only way to make sure the other slaves remain docile.
Não vai deixar a cidade enfraquecida se matar Grompel?
Would the city be greatly weakened if the shaman Grumple died?
Let those miserable rebels come. I'm not afraid of them.
Um humano chamado Inog liberou uns quantos
A
escravos.
human named Enog freed some slaves.
I knew it. A dirty Mora. I'll think of something special for that guy. Here's your gold for your lousy treason, Mora.
Daí sim.
Don't cause any trouble here, got it?
Sem querer. O negócio é gigante. É muito personagem. Tem mais? Bardo.
Someday this will be over.
Cadoc. Olha isso aí. Vamos começar com esse aqui.
Do you belong in the mill here?
I don't belong anywhere, kid. Since I haven't been able to work as a blacksmith, I've just been adrift, sort of.
Que problema tem?
What's your problem?
I have misplaced my beloved smith's hammer. Would you believe it? I have no idea where I left the darn thing. If you see my smith's hammer, you bring it to me. Do you understand?
Onde deixou ultimamente?
Where have you been lately?
I went to see the town smithy in Silden, and I fought a little in the arena. I must have lost my hammer somewhere there.
I see. Could you teach me how to be a smith?
If I had work as a blacksmith once again, I could show you how I do it.
I see.
O cara perdeu o martelo. E ele é ferreiro, os caras estão precisando de um ferreiro.
Don't you ever go mind your own?
A particularly splendid day, don't you think?
Olha o sotaque desse cara. É um rachixe?
You're a Hashishin?
Correct. My name is Quade. And with whom do I have the pleasure to interact?
Acabo de chegar aqui.
I'm new here.
Indeed. Then I'm sure you also don't know how things work here, eh? No matter. I will take care of you, my friend.
O que faz aqui?
What are you doing here?
I am a procurer of valuable manpower, my friend.
You're a slave hunter.
A dreadful word for such a responsible task, don't you think?
Também te ocupa de escravos fugitivos?
Do you also deal with runaway slaves?
Here in Silden, the mercenaries are responsible for keeping what I bring them.
Onde consegue seus escravos?
Where do you get your slaves?
Many people are hiding from the orcs in the local woods. I look for them and convince them to work for the orcs.
Quero ajudar a caçar escravos.
I want to help you hunt slaves.
Very fine, my friend. I have just learned that a group of woodcutters is roaming about to the west. They are strong lads. You should grab at least one of them.
E o que ganha se te ajuda a escravizar a um lenhador?
What's in it for me if I enslave a woodcutter for you?
You won't go away empty-handed, my friend.
Escravizar um lenhador, daí sim, vou fazer
Show me
isso.
your goods.
Só pra ver o que vai acontecer. Dano. $170. Interessante. O que faz aqui?
What are you doing here?
I'm the warehouse keeper. My name is Givus. I assemble the goods that are delivered to nearby cities by caravan.
O que guarda aqui?
What is being stored here?
Firewood, fish, and pelts. Silden supplies the entire surroundings with those things.
Algo que precisa?
Do you need anything else?
If you find any goods ready for shipping, bring them here. I must be ready for when the next caravan arrives.
Isto é um moinho?
Is this a mill?
It used to be, but ever since the orcs came, it's been used as a storage room.
Irei conseguir umas
I'll
peles.
find you some pelts.
Then go see the hunters up north. They should have delivered their 8 crates some time ago.
Onde posso conseguir pescar?
Where should I get the fish?
From the fisher folk down by the river. I've been promised 8 barrels.
Onde posso conseguir
Where
lenha?
can I get firewood for you?
The slaves in the prison camp supply me with wood. They should have about 10 stacks ready for shipping now.
Show me your goods.
Dá uma chave. Isso aqui também.
If I sell you that piece, I'll get in trouble with my people. If I sell you that piece, I'll get in trouble with my people.
Água. Desculpa aí, galera. Pronto.
Don't you have anything to do?
Nem deu bola. Irmak.
Tired?
What is it? What do you want?
Não tem nada para fazer?
Don't you have anything to do?
I'm a guard. But my halberd has disappeared. No halberd, no guard. It's as simple as that.
A alabarda de Irmak desapareceu.
What's wrong, Nora?
E onde será que ele colocou?
Beat it.
Ali tá a arena.
How's it going?
Miserable.
O que passa? O que aconteceu?
What's wrong with you?
Fish, fish. Nothing but fish. I've had it up to here with those stinking things.
Como vão o negócio da pesca?
How's the fish business?
Exhausting. We're fishing like mad here. Caravans are constantly coming by and taking the smelly things away. We can barely keep up.
Caravana vem e leva tudo, diz ele. E agora? Os pescados devem estar por aqui. Espera aí. Dois. É isso aqui que eu preciso.
Don't cause any trouble here, got it?
Tô trabalhando, cara.
Hey, you. What are you doing sneaking around?
Tô trabalhando, meu. Cadê as outras agora? São 8? E tem mais um?
Hey, who are you?
My name is Hatlod. I'm the local shipbuilder, or rather I used to be.
O que ocorreu?
Used to be? What went wrong?
Well, look around you. Those filthy orcs have destroyed my entire business. And on top of that, I lost my tools.
But you have lots of tools left here.
That's not the same. My great-grandfather worked with those tools. Damned old ruins.
O que ocorreu com suas ferramentas?
What exactly happened to your tools?
It was like this. I took my new boat out on a test run, and suddenly there's a crash, and my boat is history. All I could do was get to dry land.
And where do your tools come into this?
I had them with me. As I said, I was testing my boat. There were two beasts that almost ripped me to pieces. I threw the tools at them, barely managed to get away.
Me fale dessas criaturas.
Tell me about these creatures.
One was a lurker. Nasty things, those. Better beware of their claws.
And the other one?
That was a lizard. Man, I was lucky to have my tools. I tossed the tools right into their open jaws. And now, here I am, with nothing left at all. Too bad I'm so busy with my new boat, or I would...
What? I see. Not the bravest soul, are you?
I'm a shipbuilder, not a sword fighter. If I were a warrior, I would fight in the arena.
O que opina sobre os orcos?
What do you think of the orcs?
Bunch of vermin they are. I hope they get what they deserve, but I shouldn't say that out loud. I leave them in peace and they don't bother me. It's just that the demand for boats is no longer there. The orcs no longer allow any large-scale ship construction.
Why is that?
How should I know?
Teu vô?
Your grandfather?
Yeah, a right old swashbuckler he was. Came from the southern islands. He settled here and brought the art of shipbuilding with him. He had his tools from the southern islands. They are truly a joy to work with.
Ruínas?
What ruins?
Say, are you blind? Look over there by the lake. Those huge broken walls. That used to be an old stronghold of the Paladins. Then some people in Trellis dammed up the river towards the sea. Must have been a bunch of crazy mages. And whoosh, there went the castle. Oh man, we laughed our heads off when those tin buckets started crawling out of the new lake. And now the remnants of the castle pose a hazard for all vessels. Quite a few boats went down after they hit those ruins.
Trellis? Where's that?
It's some castle further to the south. Walk along the lake towards the south, and then simply follow the river. Can't miss it.
Quem foi os paladins?
What became of the paladins?
They were mad as wet hens. The king let them have the castle near Gotha. I've no idea what became of them.
Onde posso encontrar Gotha?
Where can I find Gotha?
Well, this is going to be a little more complicated. Go south like you are headed for Trellis. Just before you get to Trellis, take the path towards Montera. Go past Montera and head north. Stay on the path. You shouldn't miss it then.
Muito bem, te conseguirei as ferramentas.
All right. I will fetch you the tools.
Excellent. Let me know once you've got them.
What's in it for me?
I think I have some gold coins left somewhere.
Where can I find the tools?
Good question. I would start looking around the lake. The two beasts that attacked me must still lurk around there somewhere. I hope they choke to death on my tools.
Beleza. As bestas pegaram as ferramentas dele. Interessante. Bom, eu vou estar encerrando por aqui. Já deu um bom tempo de vídeo. Diálogo pra caramba, provavelmente vai ter mais. Olha só, tem muita gente aqui. Muita. Então, eu vou continuar no próximo episódio. Ó, mais pescado. Já vamos começar direto daqui. Não é uma raiz?
You're creeping around like a thief. You're creeping around like a thief.
Beleza. É isso aí, galera. Quem chegou até aqui, deixa aquele gostei. E a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Valeu. Tamo junto. E até a próxima. Valeu.